I was a cradle Catholic. I was raised Catholic and went to Mass every weekend, but that was the extent of my relationship. So it was a very immature relationship with Christ. I didn't really know much about the faith, or I didn't necessarily practice my faith well, but I knew it was an obligation to go to Mass, and that connected me to the church. My name is Mary Rohe. I am the Regnum Christi director in New York Tristate. I've been a member of Regnum Christi for about 10 years. After I had my children, I became part of a group called Moms and Tots in my parish, which introduced me to praying with Scripture. And God just captured my heart, and I was hungry for more. The more I knew Him, the more I wanted to know Him. And I met a woman who was a Regnum Christi member who kept inviting me to these evenings of reflection. And it was not at all interesting to me because I was home all day, and at night my husband was home, my kids were home. I wanted to be home with them. But then she invited me to an open encounter, and I fell in love with Regnum Christi. And the encounter is still my favorite aspect of Regnum Christi. Obviously, I loved Scripture, and praying with Scripture is a surefire way of encountering Christ. But when you do it with other people, it's even more beautiful because Christ knows each of us individually. And so when we share our lights with one another, you get to see that uniqueness of the relationship that Christ has with each of us. And so you encounter Him in an even deeper way, in some ways, even. So that's one aspect. But then also the case study is really my favorite part of the encounter, because it's so easy to look at the news and find negative things to complain about with other people. But when you go to encounter, you're challenged to go through life looking for where God has touched you and where God has touched others and how He's calling us to grow in virtue. And it just permeates your whole week because you're searching for God in your whole week. And so at encounter, when we have our case, we're encouraged, we are challenged to grow in virtue, and our gathering, our encounter doesn't stop with just encountering Christ. It sends us out in mission, in apostolic mission and contemplative. So I'm hooked. Encounter is the favorite part of my week, and Regnum Christi has really helped me. It's formed me, and it's empowered me to serve as a disciple of Christ. It's really become a second family to me. So